Alright, I want to start off by saying Shalom. Of course, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yashai. Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Now, I'm going to keep my voice down because I am, currently walking the neighborhood at nighttime. So, just as a disclaimer for why I'm not being as loud as I usually would be, if anyone was wondering. We can turn the volume up if you please. Anyway, just grab a drink real quick. Alright, so you can tell by the name of the video about the the poverty that we see. Say for example, we'll focus for the most part on America, right? Because that's what's getting hit the hardest right now by this worldwide lockdown, and this whole Corolla situation. Oh, look at that, man. Isn't that ironic? The same street light that's went off on me all the times I recorded before. I walked next to it and it went off on me again, but it's the kind it's supposed to be on so you can see when you're walking around the corner. But anyway, I digress. Getting back to what I was saying, you're going to see in the months to come, man, you're going to see an explosion of people who are, going to be going homeless, on the streets of America. Why? Because, of course, nobody can afford, these houses out here, man. I know here in, say, New Jersey, right, a lot of shit's expensive up here, man. You'll be lucky if you can find something for under $1,000. But even $1,000 seems like a good deal for a lot of places that are over here. You know what I mean? So, somebody who, say, is unemployed and, doesn't have, income, coming in every few weeks, that's going to become very difficult to keep up with that, man. And that's why you've seen over the past few months, going back to the start of the whole pandemic, you've seen, they put bans and I guess we could say restrictions on these homeowners or the landlords, whatever word you like to use, from kicking out the the people who are living inside their homes, because the people can't pay rent right now, or at least can only pay a fraction of the overall rent cost because of the unemployment due to the pandemic. But sooner or later, man, there's only so far that they're going to be able to hold that off for, man. Okay, because landlords ain't going to let people live in these houses for free. Okay, and they shouldn't. Okay, why? Because they have to, of course, pay their own bills, and a majority of them, the way they get their, the currency to pay for their, stuff that they need to pay is by, the money they get from the, the houses, and they run out to, the renters. So, you gotta add that on there as well. Then, I've also pointed out, which I would say, I'm one of the few people who mentions this, but this is a very important key, for lack of better words, is, right now we're coming to the middle, of October. Okay, so what does that mean? You got 2 more months until 2021, and in these 2 months you have, 5 or 6, what I'm looking for, 5 or 6, holidays, for lack of better words. You have you got Christmas. All right. Well, let me phrase myself. It's like I'm walking, so gotta focus on what I'm doing. But anyway, you have this month you have Halloween. The next month you have Thanksgiving, and then you also have the elections. You also have Black Friday, which is pretty much, we'll add that with Thanksgiving. Then you have Christmas, and then you have New Year's. So the next few months are the party season. Okay, but guess what? Unlike every year before this, ain't nobody have no money for the party season. It's going to be really interesting to see how the holidays turn out this year, man. Okay? It's going to be very, I guess one could say, for lack of better words, intriguing. Okay? How exactly these things are going to go. Okay? Because my prediction on it is going to be very bad out here, man. Okay? And I make that conclusion, for lack of better words, off of, simply, looking at the world. Everybody can see, ain't nobody got no money. Right? Ain't nobody, and guess what? If you don't got money, that means you can't do shit. You know what I'm saying? So, it's too much. It really is just too much to bring to mind. You know what I mean? It's just too much. Or in other words, it's problem upon problem upon problem upon problem that the United States is facing as of 2020. So, with that being said, we're just going to see continual, rise in world poverty, specifically here in America, right down the Lava Great. You're going to continue to see, these rises of financial hardship, okay, and not just in the black neighborhood. It's gonna, come to the white neighborhood. The scriptures say, in Deuteronomy, that these curses that we, would be under these curses, but then as the end comes, the curses would flip upon the enemies, which are who? Esau, Edom, which we all know who that is. Well, we should. But, some guys get in their feelings. But anyway, pretty much that's all I'm going to say for this video, right, is that Wendorf was saying this. Things are not looking good for the United States, man. So, if any way possible, put away money for yourself and your family for, these coming, financial, hardships. They're going to soon, hit America. Okay? But yeah, with that being said, I'm going to say shalom.